My new book, which is called The Square and the Tower, is about the ongoing tension between hierarchical structures of government and decentralized networks, especially social networks. And technology is crucial in understanding why, at some periods in history, social networks get more powerful and powerful enough to challenge established hierarchies. In the 15th and 16th century, the advent of the printing press in Europe created an opportunity for social networks to disrupt the dominance of the Roman Catholic hierarchy. That was the Reformation. If Martin Luther had challenged the Catholic Church without the printing press to disseminate his ideas, if 500 years ago he hadn't had the printing press, then I think we would never really have heard of him, and he would have been just another heretic burnt at the stake. But the printing press allowed his message to go viral, and the network of reformers rapidly spread over Northern Europe and across the Atlantic, transforming the world of Christendom irrevocably. In our time, something rather similar has happened. It's not the printing press, but the personal computer and the internet that have revolutionized our public sphere, making it far easier than it was before for people to communicate, to share ideas, not just to correspond, but to publish their ideas at more or less zero cost. If you just look at the economics of the printing press and the personal computer, the effects are really quite similar. The technology causes essentially a 99% reduction in the cost of the reproduction of ideas and a corresponding exponential growth in the volume of publication. In the period between the era of the printing press and the era of the internet, different technologies came along that actually empowered hierarchies. I point out in the book that the 19th century technologies, the telegraph, the railroad, the steamship, later the telephone, these technologies actually lent themselves to central control. There's a reason that London was the dominant hub in the global trade network of the 19th century. It was the dominant hub of all those different technologies. And that explains why hierarchies got the upper hand again after a period of disruption that had begun with the Reformation. It wasn't really until the 1970s that the central control over the media that had been established in the 19th and 20th century came to an end. And one saw with the beginnings of the internet a rapid decentralization of the means of communication. So I think we're living through one of those periods when technology helps social networks, dramatically empowers them, and challenges established hierarchies.